Okay, I've got my pattern pieces cut out, and I'm going to show you one at a time. I cut 4 of the ties because I'm going to sew them together and turn them. This is the waistband. I cut 1 of that, and I'm going to iron that over and sew it onto the front of the dress. I've got 2 of the shoulder bands and 2 of the body pieces. And these are my pattern pieces. This is the dress body, the waist or the band that goes on the front, and the shoulder band that will go all around with an elastic casing. And I'm not going to cut the ruffle for the bottom yet, where I don't have a pattern piece for it. I'm going to cut it and I'm going to make the ruffle, and then hopefully it's larger than the dress so that I'll just cut off what I don't need, and I'll show how to do that later on in the video. The first thing I've done is taken my ties for the back and sewn them together. I've already done it. I've sewn it around 3 sides, and then I leave the bottom open so I can turn it. I've already turned and pressed this one, and now I'm just going to do this one. So here we have our 2 ties. The next thing I want to do is I'm going to put these aside. I'm going to take out the body pieces of the dress, and I'm going to just use one of these right now. I'm going to iron this out. And I've got this piece, which is meant to be for the front, to kind of make it look like it ties all the way around. And I cut a little extra because, you know, like I always say, extra is better. And I'm going to go a couple of inches underneath the armholes. And first thing is to iron about, I think about a 1/2 inch. Once I've got this placed where I want it, I'm going to pin it, and I'm going to go over to the machine and top stitch on the top and the bottom of this. Once we've got this front tie piece sewn on, we can go ahead and clip this excess here. Alright, the next thing we want to do is, with each body piece of the dress, we need to iron down the armholes, fold them over and iron them down. And then we're just going to stitch them. So I'm going to do this with the other body piece, and I'm just going to stitch along here just to make it look nice and neat from the outside. And I won't do that on camera to save time. I'll be back and I'll show you the next step after. Okay, I've sewn the armholes in each body piece of the dress. The next thing we want to do is put the dress together, and I'm going to attach the ties. And these are really long ties, so what I want to do is try and kind of keep them out of the way, but keep them lined up. Now I'm going to go ahead and tack these on with the machine. Okay, I've sewn each one of the ties onto the sides so that they stay in place. And then I wanted you to see how I do this when it's long ties like this. I just took them and kind of folded them neatly right in the middle of the dress body and pinned them down so that they don't move. And my next step will be to right sides together. I want to attach only the, starting underneath the armhole, right at the armhole, I want to sew all the way down, connecting both sides. So I'm going to pin everything together, and then I'm going to do that, and then I'll be back to show you how to do the little shawl around the top. Okay, got both sides of the dress body sewn together. I just want to show you what we've got when we turn it right side out. And this is the top. The ties here are thrown in the back. They are really long ties. I might actually have made them a little too long, but we'll see. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is put this dress piece aside that I've just sewn. And I have the two pieces for the shawl. That was the pattern piece that I said you would need to cut two on the fold. So I have these two pieces, and what I want to do now is completely connect them to make a circle. So, okay, got both ends connected here. And it's too long for you to see it in the view of my camera. But now what I want to do is iron down these seams, because I think they would be in the way, and they're going to be on the sides of the arms, so I don't want that part to stick out. Now what I want to do is create a fold on the top of this for the casing for the elastic, and a fold on the bottom for a hem. So I'm going to press this down, and I will hem the bottom and close it all the way up, but the top I'm going to leave a little opening to feed the elastic in right there. Okay, what I'm going to do first is sew the hem, and I'm going to leave this because we're going to need to attach the dress before I close it all up, and I'll show you how to do that. I've sewn the hemline for the bottom of this. I still have the folded over edge, and I'm going to let the ends where the seams are be the sides, or the, you know, the shoulders, I guess, of this. And so sometimes just a little crease with your hand will do it. See, this is the middle. Just lay this middle upon middle, and I'm going to, it's pretty much the same. You could just do this before you iron this over, but I forgot that. I went ahead and did it, so I'm going to try it this way. Hopefully I'll line everything up right. Now, you know I always go and do a tight zigzag stitch to neaten these up, but I'm kind of just doing this for the purpose of trying to make the dress and for the video tutorial, so I'm skipping some steps. But if you've watched my other videos before, you know I do a much more professional job than this. I kind of want this dress for a quick little Easter photo shoot for my granddaughter, with my granddaughter and my daughter-in-law. So I'm trying to put something together really quick so that I can get them out there and get their photos taken. And I still have a little crease in the dress where it was folded, the fabric was folded, so I have the middle the middle's lined up pretty good here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go to the machine, and I'm going to go right just kind of close to the edge because I want to feed some elastic through this. And I'm just going to sew all the way around. Okay, you can see this is our neckline, and it stretches out pretty far. And I started in the back on the edge, and I left a little place open to feed in the elastic. So that's what I'm going to do now, and we're going to draw it in so that it's the right size for the child. And this is kind of a tight fit, so I'm going to have to make sure that the elastic is facing the right way before I go and close anything up. So I'm going to do that off camera, and then I will be back to show you one of the very last steps. Alrighty, you can see our neckline. It turned out very pretty. I'm happy with that. And the next step I want to do is I'm going to create a ruffle to go all around the bottom hemline. And I'm going to do that off camera, but the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to cut it about 1.5 times longer, or yeah, longer like this than the width of the dress. And I'm going to use my gathering foot and gather it up, and then I'm going to add it to the dress, and then I'll show. Alrighty, y'all, so there's our end result to the Easter dress. And I had to put it on the hanger. You can see my little mannequin over there. It just was a little too big for the mannequin, and it looked awkward. Still looks a little awkward on the hanger. There's just a few changes I might make. I think I made the dress body a little too wide for the size I was looking to get out of it. I really like the way the collar turned out, though. I think it looks nice. It's nicely gathered. What else? Let's see. I haven't put a hem on the bottom ruffle yet, but I'll be getting around to that, and I'm going to take it over and have my granddaughter try it on. So I may post pictures of that on my Facebook page when I get over there to do that. So that's it. That's my little Easter dress tutorial. I hope y'all enjoyed. Peace. Bye-bye.